Here are the top 5 mistakes goalkeepers make when packing their kit bag ready for game situation. Mistake number 1, they only take one pair of goalkeeping gloves, and this is normally their best pair of goalkeeping gloves or their newest pair of goalkeeping gloves, which could be a real big mistake. Now, we always advise our students in J4Keepers and J4K to take at least 2 pairs of goalkeeping gloves, maybe even 3, to any game situation, especially when you're playing away, because when you're playing away, you've no idea what the playing surface is going to be like until you actually get to the facility or to the venue. And let's just say it's winter time, for example. There's been a lot of rain, there's been a lot of games, so the playing surface is basically predominantly mud. What's going to happen is if your playing surface is going to be mostly mud, okay, yeah, there's hardly any grass, okay, it does not matter but you could have the most expensive goalkeeping gloves in the world, okay? It could be a brand new pair of goalkeeping gloves. If you're going to wear those gloves and the playing surface is caked in mud, okay, the playing surface will be a leveler, if that makes sense. So the quality of your goalkeeping gloves, okay, yeah, even though it could be, a gigagit palm or a super soft palm, for example, it could be the best palm in the world. If that palm gets covered in mud, it does not matter. So in that scenario, and also what's going to happen as well, your goalkeeping gloves are going to wear away very fast as well. So what you're best doing in that situation is wearing the next pair of goalkeeping gloves. So we always suggest to our students is when a playing surface is really bad, just wear your training gloves, okay? Because it doesn't matter what glove you wear if the playing surface is terrible, because the playing surface will be a leveler, if that makes sense. And it could be the case as well if it's the summertime. There's been a lot of games played, and in the goal, and we've all seen it sadly, where in the goal mouth there's hardly any grass. And again, obviously, you're best not wearing your best newest goalkeeping gloves when there's no grass, because as soon as you put your hands on the surface, that is going to completely destroy your goalkeeping gloves. You're going to get all dirt. Maybe also what some groundsmen do is they throw sand or in the goal area as well. As soon as that sand gets onto your goalkeeping gloves, again, doesn't matter how expensive your goalkeeping palm is, guys, that sand, one, is going to destroy your gloves very quickly, but also as well, you're going to lose your grip. So in scenarios where the playing surface is not a decent playing surface, you might as well wear the next pair of goalkeeping gloves down. Goalkeeping gloves that you've worn a few times, maybe your training gloves, because as I say, sometimes the playing surface can be that bad, there's no point putting a brand new pair of goalkeeping gloves on, or especially obviously goalkeeping gloves with a super soft palm, because the surface again can be a leveler and can destroy your new gloves very quickly. Mistake number 2 is that they don't take the correct warm-up gear. I still cringe when I go and watch young goalkeepers play, especially young goalkeepers play, and they warm up in the same goalkeeping kit that they're going to perform in. So what happens is the kit gets sweaty, or when it's wet, or when it's wet and raining, or the playing surface is muddy. What happens is that the goalkeepers will go and warm up, the kit will get wet, it'll get heavy because obviously it's mud, and then they go and then what happens then is they finish the warm up, they go and get the team talk, they get cold because obviously they warmed up in their goalkeeping kit, so they got sweaty, or as I say, maybe the kit is wet, full of mud, and then you've got to go and then perform with a wet, sweaty kit where you've got cold. So it's really important that you take a warm-up set, even if your club does not supply you with a warm-up gear. Again, be professional. Doesn't matter how old you are. If you're a parent of a goalkeeper, make sure that your young child, obviously your goalkeeping child, has got the correct warm-up gear. So always take warm-up gear. Warm up before the game in your warm-up gear, and then once you're finished, go and quickly get changed and put your dry equipment on, so you're warm, it's not sweaty, it's not heavy with mud, and you're ready to perform obviously in your game situation, already nice and warm. Third mistake goalkeepers make is they don't take padded goalkeeping gear in their kit bag. Now, I understand most goalkeepers, don't want to wear padded goalkeeper gear, because some goalkeepers say that it restricts their movements, etc. But guys, you've got to be sensible here. Again, especially when you're playing away, you have no idea what the playing surface is going to be like, especially if it's the summer or you're on artificial surfaces. As I say, you need to be wearing the correct padded gear, and the padded compression gear now for goalkeepers is absolutely fantastic. It's skin tight, it's worn under your goalkeeping jersey, and it's padded. So these items, these garments don't restrict your movement anymore now, so you can get the padded jerseys, padded goalkeepers shorts, etc. So they can be worn under your goalkeeping shorts. And again, especially if you're a parent of a goalkeeper, you really need to make sure that your young goalkeeping child has got the correct padded goalkeeping gear. Because I'm telling you this from an ex-professional goalkeeper who's been around goalkeeping now for many years. There's nothing worse than, you know, going to an away game, the surface is like playing on concrete, and you land, you hurt your elbow, or you know, you hurt your hip, and it's the worst pain in the world. And especially also as well, you know, what these padded compression garments do for goalkeepers, it stops grass burns as well. Grass burns is the worst pain in the world, seriously. So I believe it doesn't matter, you know, how good you are as a goalkeeper, how experienced you are as a goalkeeper, you should always take padded, ideally padded compression goalkeeping garments with you in your kit bag to every game, especially when you're travelling away, because you never know what the playing surface is going to be like. And seriously, it's worth, obviously, even if it's a bit restricted, it's worth it for your own safety. Okay, so please make sure, for me, this is the number one. What, to be honest with you, I believe every goalkeeper should have padded compression equipment in their bag, whether it's especially definitely the jersey, also the padded shorts, and also as well the 3/4 pants as well. It does not mean that you use them all the time, but when you get to an away game and the pitch is like concrete, okay, obviously, you know, you need to be wearing them no matter how experienced you are. Mistake number 4, goalkeepers don't take a water bottle with them in their kit bag. They expect their club to obviously provide the water bottles for them. Again, take responsibility for your own goalkeeping, guys, and take your own water bottle, because one, you're making sure that you're getting your water bottle. Obviously, we've all been there before when the teams you know, provide the water bottles. Obviously, sometimes, you know, the other players get the water bottles and drink the water too fast. If you've got your own water bottle, again, you can control that water bottle as well. And also as well, if you've got a family friend member watching, make sure that they've got a separate, you know, jug of water, so you can fill it at half time, whenever, obviously, or whenever you want. But also as well, not only do you want the water bottle to hydrate yourself while you play, it's important, and this is where a lot of goalkeepers make a mistake, they don't dampen their glove palms. Okay, now a lot of goalkeepers will dampen their glove palms before they play. Now, I do other videos on this as well, guys. It's super important as a goalkeeper that you dampen your glove palms before you play, and you've got to keep your glove palms damp while you play as well. Most goalkeepers will dampen the gloves only before, but they don't dampen the gloves while they're playing, and your body heat will naturally dry the palms out. And if you're wearing goalkeeping gloves with a dry palm on a dry playing surface, your gloves are going to disintegrate very fast. Remember, it's only a very soft latex. So again, with the water bottle as well, it's important that you keep yourself hydrated by taking little sips every few minutes. Always take an extra sip and spit on your gloves with the water, and keep your gloves, keep your gloves damp. It's super important, as I say. Not only will it help you, will it help you with the grip, okay, because when the palms are damp, it helps with the grip. It'll also make your goalkeeping gloves last a lot longer as well. So please make sure to take your own water bottle. Also as well, please make sure that you take your own glove towel as well, and keep that in the back of the goal, no matter what conditions, okay, you're playing in, especially obviously if it's rainy, or especially if the field is full of mud. Always take a little towel with you behind the goal, because you never know when you need to to use this towel to wipe your goalkeeping gloves. Again, what a lot of goalkeepers will unfortunately do is they'll use their jersey, the shorts, or their socks. And if you rub your goalkeeping gloves, if you rub your soft latex palm on your rough socks, that is going to disintegrate your goalkeeping gloves. But if you've got a nice soft towel, okay, that you keep damp. Sorry, another thing what people do is what goalkeepers do as well, and I did this as well, is that they'll keep one half of before the game, they'll dampen one half of the glove, and they'll keep the other half of the glove dry. And what they'll do then is, sometimes when you need to dampen the glove, they might get the towel, where obviously the part of it where it's wet, and they'll just sort of just hold, so they're not actually rubbing the goalkeeping glove and obviously, you know, destroying the latex. What they're doing is just squeezing the wet towel. Again, obviously that's less friction on the goalkeeping gloves, so that helps you keep your goalkeeping gloves clean, but also keeps your goalkeeping gloves damp, going back to point number 4. But also the dry part of the towel, if you get mud on your gloves, again, you can just quickly, obviously, rather than just obviously rubbing your gloves on your jersey or your socks, and as I say, that destroys your palm. Obviously, you can control just nice and easy with a nice soft towel. You can keep your gloves dry like that. So there's the my five top tips. The biggest mistake goalkeepers make, obviously, when they pack their kit bag. Again, if you're a goalkeeper and you think that I've missed something out, please put your comments below to help your fellow goalkeepers. What do you think, you know, the top 5 things goalkeepers should be putting in their kit bag? Hope this tip helped, and especially if you're a parent of a goalkeeper, please make sure that your goalkeeping child follows those 5 tips within this video. All the best. Take care for now.